Okay, good afternoon everybody. Welcome to the presentations for the autumn season for Redz Academy. Again, this season we have run for the last 3 months, starting off in October, obviously, and then finishing today. As is traditional, the Academy are champions. There's quarterfinals, where we're getting down to the final now. We've also had a pairs tournament that's been running for those who were involved in that. So immediately following the presentations, we'll be playing those finals. So the main event on table 14 will be Will Bruno, and he will be playing against Yanto. Yanto receives 7 stars on that one. In the plate, we've got Freddie against Zach, and that will be on table 10. Zach will receive 7 stars for that one. And in the pairs, a little bit of a mixture today. What we did, everybody who was not in the main event, we looked at the ranking places and then we actually paired them up based upon their ability. So it went really, really well. Went down to the wire on the prelim round, went down to the wire on the semi-finals in that side of it. So on table 9, our final will be between Jack and Cody against our 2 girls, Fiona and Caitlin. So as I say, those finals will start immediately following these presentations. Okay? So for the presentations, these are the achievements of what the juniors have done over the last 3 months. As most of you are aware, there is challenges that we have every single week. Some weeks it's for the lower groups, some weeks it's for the upper groups. As well as those challenges then, there's individual group games, and then there's monthly challenges. So we're going to reward the achievements. Junior Club this year has taken quite a hit with people moving on. Okay, so we've actually lost 8 players from the groups. So there's quite a lot of fixtures that haven't been able to be fulfilled. We've had a big waiting list. We're going to have 10, if not 11 new starters with us in January. So Jez and I will have our work cut out. For those of you not aware, Jez, lifelong friend really for the last 20, 30 years. I was best man at his wedding. What a fool I was on that day. So Jez has sort of joined us to help us out. He's evolved things with me. We're trying to get things going. Jez has also set up a ladies, initially it was a boot camp to get ladies and women involved in the game. That has now also become academy. Jez, myself, Fiona, Caitlin and a couple of ladies went up to Landywood up in Walsall this year. We're trying to get everybody involved in this game. It doesn't matter about your age, doesn't matter your ability, whether you're a boy, girl, man, woman. What we're about in Redz is to try and promote the game and get everybody involved. And at the end of the day, have fun and become one happy family. So if there are any women here that are interested in joining that Ladies Academy, it's going to be every 2 weeks on a Sunday. Please come along and get involved. Okay? You will have more fun than the juniors. Okay? So, for presentations, as I say, we've had many leavers, but we've had a couple of new starters. Primary new starter, what a season he's had, right? As I say, he's made the final with Jack. He's also taken on the challenges that all the juniors do when they come with us. Completing his white and his red ball certificate, Cody Hardwick. Come on, Cody. Oh, I'm on, we'll do our usual live on Sky, changing the borders round. Good. Turn on there. Smiles. Do a portrait. Yeah, do a portrait. You want to do that? Yeah. There you go. Okay, brilliant. Well done. Okay. So the white ball challenge, as the juniors are aware, some of the parents are aware, cue ball up and down the spots. We've got to try and obviously get back to our cue. The red ball challenge, we've got a red over every pocket. We've got to put all 6 reds. The yellow ball challenge, slight little bit more difficult. Cue ball starts in this pocket. The yellow is in that pocket. We come off a cushion. So we're learning about the natural angle, playing the shot, coming off the cushions and playing, getting out the snookers. Once we complete the red, the white, the red and the yellow, I deem, when I first set this up, it's bronze standard, and we reward that with a bronze medal. Some players do it quickly, some players it takes a lot of time. It's not about how long it takes to do it, it's about completing it, perseverance. Completing their yellow ball this season and therefore earning their bronze medal, but also then going on to complete the green ball as well in the same season. Sonny. Come on, Sonny.
Well done, Sonny.
Well done, mate.
Miles.
Okay, so the green ball, just to reiterate to those that don't know, we have the green ball on its own spot. The idea is they've got 5 shots, they've got to put 1 into that top corner pocket, they come back and then they've got to put 1 into this. Yeah? If they don't do it on that week, they then have to wait another 2 weeks to do their challenge. As I say, it's not about how long it takes you to do it, it's about completing it, getting the confidence then to put that back into your own game. So it's learning about long pots. Successfully completing the green ball this year, or this season rather, and their brown ball. So the brown ball is the brown on the spot, we have to double it off the cushion into the middle. And then we have the blue. Now the juniors will tell you, it is a horrible challenge. Basically, it's the hardest one on there. We've got to play 2 stun blues, and then we've got to pop the blue off the spot, with the cue ball being straight. So we have the blue ball, Jim, somewhere, just to show for the parents. I'm not going to play the shot. Is it in there? Hiding. You got it? Yeah. Okay. So for their challenge, they've got to pop the 2 stun shots. So a stun shot basically is where we will place the cue ball initially here. They pop the blue into the middle, and the cue ball would have to come off this cushion. We then go the other side of the table, and they'd have to repeat the same thing, putting the blue ball into here and the cue ball into there. They get 5 shots to open those 2 up. Once they've done that, they have 2 straight blues that they have to pot. So the idea is they line this blue up straight, they've got to pop 1 into that pocket, and then they get this, and they put it into there.
Demonstration.
Okay? Not even. I haven't got my cue.
I know.
It is not an easy challenge because you have to do all those elements in order to complete it. When we've completed the green, the brown, and the blue, we deem that as Redz Silver Standard. So, completing this term, Harvey has done his green, his brown, his blue, and he is now Silver Medal Standard. Harvey Winter, come and get him. Okay, well done. Also completing his blue. Right, many months, you won't mind me saying that, yeah? But as I say, we get there in the end. It is a huge achievement to do that. It means potentially moving up the groups. Now, as I've already said, we've had quite a lot of people leaving this term, so everybody, in effect, will be moving up. It just depends upon their challenge levels as to how far they can go, yeah? So, completing his blue ball, and therefore also Silver Standard this term, Max Lister. Well done, Max. And as you notice now, we're starting getting taller. Okay? So, completing then. Let's just have a look at those certificates back. I might give a feel later.
Max,
check
the names on the certificate.
On the last one. Is it stuck to it?
Is there another one there?
That's always been mine. Okay. So, from the blue, which I've just demonstrated, showed you about it, we move on to the pink. So the pink's on its spot. We can use these 4 pockets. Okay, and the idea is that you're playing 3 separate shots into any of the 4 pockets. You can't use the same pocket twice. You're learning basically how to control this cue ball to move it into a position to then be able to play the next shot. Following the pink, we move on to the black. The black, good little routine to do for any practice. You start off with a high black, so the cue ball is higher than the straight line. You've got to come off the cushion on the first shot. Wherever the cue ball lands, then you play 4 consecutive shots after it to complete 5 blacks. That's our black ball challenge. Successfully completing the blue and the pink and the black in one season is phenomenal. Fiona, come and get your medal. and the silver standard. Amazing. Okay.
Yep. Well done, Phil. That's amazing.
Also completing his pink ball at the first attempt, I think it was, and his black 2 weeks later. Barros Khan, come on Barros. Okay, stay there a minute. Okay. When we move on from the challenges, we also incorporated monthly challenges. So the players that are taking their individual challenges on any given week, we've also set 4 monthly challenges. Yeah. The first monthly challenge is our accuracy test. I might demo this one if I had a cue. Cody, how to make a fool of yourself in 2 seconds. So the idea is we've got a ball line on the snooker table. We put the cue ball on the brown spot. The idea is you're going to play roughly over the spots. You come off the top cushion. It's the player that gets the closest to this ball line. Okay? So the idea, it's up with Dennis now, is to come off that cushion, come all the way back up, and hopefully get somewhere. I'd be happy with that, to be honest. Yeah? The juniors do it a lot better than I do. Okay? If the player gets this close, they get 1 point. If they actually get it across the line or any part of it over the line, they'll get 2 ranking points to add. Okay? On the line winner for October, he's already here waiting, was Barros. So well done. I'm not going to set up all the balls for this next one. Snooker is not all about potting balls. You have to be able to play safe. So what we incorporated here at the Academy is a safety little challenge. So what we have is from the pink spot, we have the yellow, green, brown, blue, and pink down there. We have a red frozen on this cushion. Okay? You want to put me the pink up there, Jeff? Might end up hitting your glasses, but there we go. The idea is you're trying to hit this red. Okay? So you're trying to play thin off the object ball, in this case the pink, off the 2 cushions, and hopefully hit the red. Not a bad effort. Okay? We award points depending where the cue ball finishes up. Okay? There's 30 points available in total. Winning that challenge in October, and he scored 12 points with it, was Yanto. So well done, Yanto. Okay. In November, exactly the same challenge. We had a 2-way tie. The top dogs in the group. Okay.
But I struck the cue ball better.
You always do, Jack. Yeah? You're more eloquent than Will as well. There we go. So, joint awards, shot to nothing winners, Will and Jack. Come on, my boys. And Jack, on the mate. So, right. So that's the challenge side of it. When the juniors join us, they go into one of 6 groups. Obviously, they're based upon the snooker colours, so yellow, green, brown, blue, pink, and black. There's 5 players in a group. Everybody plays everybody else in that group, 3 frames. In the top groups, pink and the black group, they play each other twice. We accumulate, obviously, those frame wins, and then that gives us a winner and a runner of the group. Those groups, the top 4 groups then, are the players that are then eligible to play in the Champions. But we also recognise, obviously, the winners of those groups, and they've got individual medals to collect, right, from the brown, blue, pink and black. We also acknowledge the ones in the lower groups that are normally just starting off with us. So, winning the yellow group, 12 frames out of 12, undefeated. He's had quite a season already. Harvey Winter. Okay. Winning our green group, I think it was 7 out of 9 because we had one person leave, so only managed to play 9 frames in total. He managed to therefore concentrate more on his challenges. Successfully had his silver medal. Max Lister, winner of our green group. Well done. Okay, now into the medals. So, as they go further up the groups, obviously it's always nip and tuck with the ranking points because they're fighting for every single point is important. Yeah? Winning our brown group, qualified for the champions. Yeah? Unsuccessful today, although having said that, he's had a great season again. Beros Khan, well done Beros. Okay, moving on. Our blue group, again, because of players leaving, there was limited frames that we could play. However, you've still got to play what's in front of you at the end of the day. Winning, good performance again this season, I think. Matthew, come on, Matt. Someone pass me an orange box, please. Okay, let's say we're now getting into the elite groups at the academy. What we do in these groups, as I say, is playing each other twice. We also incorporate the miss rule. So the whole idea of why it changed from a junior club to an academy, we wanted to get the juniors playing at national level. So that's why it became an academy. We've been fortunate to have ITV come down, BBC have been down several times. There was a lovely article that went out this year on the Welsh Open, showcasing everything that we do here. The whole remit is to be able to play in these events as an individual and represent the country. That ability, or the opportunity rather, is available to every single junior that is with us. And some of them have gone on and done that. And it's amazing to think, we're just a humble club, right? It started 6-7 years ago when I took over the junior club, what we've actually achieved. And this has gone out now on the world stage, so that's really, really good. What we also try to do, because obviously Redz hosts and plays in the league, so there's a Friday night league, there's a Wednesday night league, so some of these junior players are now playing in those leagues. We set aside having a dedicated junior team. To begin with, some of the parents were helping out because of the numbers, but these juniors then have played, and this season they're actually winning the Newport League. They're ahead by, I think, 7 points, do you say, Freddie? After lockdown. So I want to give out a huge congratulations, round of applause if we can, to Freddie, Fiona, Harvey, Will, and Logan, who's not with us today. But they've all gone from playing in the academy to now representing the club at league standard and winning those as well. So well done, everyone.
Can I take Logan's place?
You can do. Right? So just going back to the winners of the groups, again, decimated because of the numbers, so limited games. Ended up being a 2-horse race, Zach, and I think we only lost by like one, I think it was 2-1 and 2-1 in the 2 games. But winning our pink group for this term is Yanto. Well done, Yanto. Okay, our final group winner, it's sad actually, Will, he's decided that this is his last season with us. He's gone on to college, obviously studying hard with things like that. As I say, he is playing in the leagues, he's playing with me on a Wednesday night in the Rumney League as well. His commitment to the academy through the years, when I first met you, Will, you were about this height. Yeah? 50. What you have achieved in 6 years is quite phenomenal. I'm tearing up because I'm quite proud of what you've achieved. Your parents, Rich, amazing. Yeah, what you've done over these last. He, under 16s, won 7 out of 7 events in 1 year. It's unheard of. Nobody else has ever done that. He's always been a stonewall here. Excellent player, excellent temperament, one of the nicest lads you could ever wish to meet, Will Winner. Come and take him out.
Speech.
One of the other activities that we do throughout the year is a Redz Bowls activity. This is where we have cut out pieces of cloth. The winner of this, it was going to be Noah, but he got literally pipped at the last week. So Noah scored 160. Teddy then went on to score 180. Unfortunately, Teddy phoned in today sick. Phoned in sick, sounds like he's in work. He phoned in to let me know, his parents messaged me to say he's unavailable. So he has won that, yeah. I will give him that in the new year when he returns, okay. We got one final, I just want to say thanks to Jez as well for all the stuff that you've done. Yeah,
Absolutely enjoyed it.
It's getting ridiculous with the magazine. So yeah, without Jez, it's a nightmare trying to run this on your own. I don't know how I used to do it, and I used to do all the challenges all in 1 week. So as it's evolved, and obviously we've got a structure now that's in place, which is fair and the same for everybody, it just works, and it's recognised outside of this club. It's recognised outside of Wales. Yeah, the lead coaches at WPBSA level know what we're doing. We're the blueprint. Yeah, we want to try and share it and get everybody involved in this game. So if they want to copy what we're doing, happy days, we must be doing something right. Yeah. Last announcement is basically, no, I'm not retiring. Yeah. We've got a player of the season. Now, it was very, very close. Will, obviously, high up on the agenda. Harvey was very high up on the agenda. This person, I've already mentioned, completed blue, pink, and black in the same season. The coaches player of the season for autumn 2025, Fiona Cunningham.
Technical issue?
Can't get a stop. Okay. As I say, Teddy will have his certificate from that side of it. Like a fool, with too much money, supposedly. This year, I also created an incentive. This incentive was based upon a lineup. And the challenge was, depending which group the juniors are in, to try and compile a break. Now, if the players were in the yellow group, they had to get a 25 break in the lineup. If, however, you could partner with anybody, so if Jez was in the blue group and I was in the brown group, we could partner up, but we'd have to hit the standard of the higher player. So 25 you had to hit in the yellow, 40 break in the green, and this is on the lineup. This is not easy. A 55 if you're in the brown, a 70 break if you're in the blue, an 85 break in the pink, and a ton. 100 break. All right? It is not easy. The two players here this season had a go at it and kept having a go at it, and their determination is just phenomenal. They didn't hit up good. No. 137 total clearance on this table, playing alternate shots. Amazing. I sponsored this. £1 a point. So collecting, yeah, I know. So collecting £68.50. Happy Christmas, boys. Yeah. Will Winner and Freddie Smith. Well done, guys. It's all in pennies. Right, it's all in pennies. Come on, have them both together. Put one side of it. Well, it's like that two Ronnie sketch now, isn't it? Like this. You know what I mean? Okay. Okay. Well done, Bob. Okay. So, let's say that's a culmination of everything for this season. Huge congratulations to everybody, basically, to the parents for your ongoing support every single week. For the juniors, for putting me and Jez through hell, but we love it, right? I just hope that you are enjoying it. We're going to start on the finals. Happy Christmas to everybody. Happy New Year. We meet again, for those who are coming back, all right, on January the 10th. It happens to be some young lady's birthday on that day.
Who's that?
And her choice of birthday present is to actually come here. So that shows the commitment. All right, mentioning no names taken. Yeah. So we're going to start now with our finals. As I say, Will against Yanto on here. Zach, you'll be playing Freddie on table 10. Jez, if you could referee that.
Yep. And
the pairs is going to be Jack and Cody against Fiona and Caitlin. Thanks all for coming. Thanks for continued support. See you in the new year.